Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm Dr. Zane, and on this channel I react to videos that interest me. So if that sounds like your thing, please make sure you subscribe right now and give this video a big thumbs up because I already know you're going to enjoy it. So I don't really talk about Nigerian stuff on this channel because I always say that if you worry about Nigeria, I mean I can say it because I'm Nigerian, okay? If you worry about Nigeria, if you think about it, you will become prematurely grey, okay? And you might end up dying of a heart attack if you're not careful. You might end up suffering of high blood pressure, or you know, I cannot. Now this is one example. I just let's talk about this because some people tell me, you know, Nigeria. This is one of the reasons why you cannot think about Nigeria too much. Okay, this is one of the, because there's no logic to it. Somebody once spoke about a house that is run by a circus, that is run like a circus. Well, this is a prime example of a house that is run like a circus. Watch this.
Also, a process where you give other people a chance to speak. And we're celebrating 25 years of independence, 25 years of unbroken democratic system. And for me, this celebration is coming to me with so much mixed feelings. Because Nigerians are all watching us. Nigerians are listening to us. Those people we are representing are listening to us. How much of this democracy, unbroken democracy that we are celebrating today, how has it translated to, unbroken food security? How has it transformed into unbroken security in the nation? How has it transformed into unbroken access to education, access to healthcare? And we're talking about celebration of democracy. The democracy is government of the people, for the people, by the people. And it should actually change the lives of our people. We are representing our people. Our people are hungry back home. For me, to be honest with you, Mr. Speaker, there is nothing to celebrate.
Oh, you're saying we should not celebrate democracy?
Celebrating.
Can you see what's going on here? This woman hasn't said anything wrong. She's 1001% correct. Okay, when you have a system, a government that makes policies without thinking about how it will affect the lives of the people who voted that government in, and people become so hungry that they lose their dignity. These are very dignified people, and they become so hungry that they actually lose their dignity in searching for food. It is ridiculous. And then you have somebody that we actually voted in and is actually speaking up and saying the truth for once in our lives. For once in their lives, we actually have a politician standing up and saying the truth, knowing that her opinion is unpopular, even though it should not be that way, even though it is a shame for the truth to be an unpopular opinion. A simple truth: people are hungry and they are here celebrating. And when they say they are celebrating, they're not talking about them just sitting down like this and talking about it and saying, yay, yay, democracy, 25 years of unbroken democracy. That's not the only celebration they're going to have. They're going to still go and have the after party, okay, where they'll spend a lot of money doing rubbish. That's what we mean by celebrating. Now, obviously, anybody who listens to this who has a working brain cell isn't saying that we should not celebrate. She's saying that she hasn't seen the effects, the genuine effect that democracy is supposed to have on the people. We should celebrate, but it is what we should actually celebrate is the effect, the positive effects that democracy has brought into the lives of the people who actually voted them in. That is what she's saying, and there is nothing wrong with that. Again, she's 1001% correct. But now you have the speaker who is clearly a moron, who is clearly mentally challenged, who is clearly intellectually challenged, who is clearly limited in reasoning, who is speaking like one of those idiotic bullies in school. That's genuinely not the message she's trying to pass across. It genuinely is not. So you're saying we shouldn't celebrate. That's not what she's saying. She's not saying we shouldn't celebrate. And then watch how it goes on to make her feel shunned, or to make her seem as if what she said is wrong, or to make it seem to everyone like what she said doesn't make any sense. Because to him it doesn't make any sense, because he is a moron. And that is the problem. That is the kind of system we have in this beloved country. We have the actual intellectuals, the people who are truthful, the people who actually want good for the country. We have them beneath morons, and the morons are the ones in charge, like this, and the morons are the ones in charge. And then even if we have a president that is actually sensible, and we have a vice president that is actually sensible, we have his cabinet members who are the closest to him, who are his advisors, who are morons, and they advise them moronically. and they give them kinds of advice that you can expect, and that translates into suffering and poverty and a loss of dignity for the people under them, the people who actually voted them in. So it's quite a shame.
Security, we should be looking at celebrating access to healthcare. So we should be looking at celebrating. There are a lot of things to celebrate. We know that we have had unbroken. Excuse me, please.
She still has the floor, but they're not letting her.
I need to be protected, Mr. Speaker.
You are protected, but democracy is what is protecting you.
So
Democracy has given you that place you are standing.
we have on this floor
To be a parliamentarian, democracy that gave you that platform. Are you saying you are not celebrating it?
Can you see that idiot? She has the floor, and he's saying that he's just being petty at this point. He's being passive aggressive, and I pity this man's wife and every female that is around him at home. But I'm not surprised, because here in Africa, I'm going to say it, in Africa we have a lot of misogynistic bastards who are in places of power, and they come out in public and they show it as well. Many of them are politicians. And he's telling her, he's being passive aggressive because she said that this is what we should celebrate. You don't agree with what she said, but then you are throwing it back at her when she's saying that she still has the floor. And you are saying that, oh, since she said there's nothing to celebrate, then she should not bother to ask to be protected by that democracy that she doesn't want to be. Like, how do you think? How does your mind work? This is the problem. And this is why I said if you think about these problems, you will become prematurely grey, and you will, you know, if you're not careful, you will die of a heart attack one day. I mean, there may be some people who have the capability to think about these issues and talk about them, but I'm not one of those people, okay? I cannot beat my head against a concrete wall. There are idiots in power. There are people running House of Parliaments like this, like it's worse than a circus. And then you have the people, the sensible people, few and far between, and then the morons do not allow the sensible people talk.
how has it impacted?
That is what she's saying.
Thank you very much.
Please,
Thank you.
we are celebrating, I am celebrating, but we should be
Okay, you are celebrating it now.
implement what we have been doing here.
Okay, thank you. So you are celebrating it now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, democracy. That's the last words counted and first word, because democracy gave her the platform to be able to address this issue, and to say she's not celebrating it is what's better. Honorable Kafilat.
This man is an idiot. This man is a big idiot. He's a big fool. He's a senseless fool, and it's the reason why this country is suffering the way it is suffering today. He's the kind of moron who goes and advises the president and says all. He's a moron, and there are many people like him in government, and this is why we are in such a mess today. Saying that he basically shunned her. He basically told her to sit down. That was literally what he said. Her first words countered her last words. First she said she wasn't celebrating, now she's saying she's celebrating. That's not what she was saying. And anybody with a broken brain cell, who is actually a genuine person, who is actually a sincere person, who isn't prostituting himself to certain people who demand that he should say certain things and he should make things seem a certain way in public eye, if he's not that kind of person, then he will know that what she's saying is actually not what he's, you know, concluding or what he's interpreting her words to mean. So it's a bloody circus. This is the definition of a circus. This is the definition of a parliament run like a circus. So I genuinely cannot, because as long as you have morons in charge of the sensible people, it'll be as if all of them are a bunch of morons, and they will drown out the words of the sensible people, and they will make it seem as if the sensible people are actually saying rubbish, and they will make it seem, and you know what, I genuinely cannot. Let me just end this video right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video with me to this very end. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you've not subscribed, please make sure you subscribe right now and give this video a big thumbs up, and I will see you next time.